Who is the most famous person without a Wikipedia page? I think I have the answer. And ironically, it's the most documented person in history that does not have their own Wikipedia page. I'm talking, of course, about Chris Chan. And if you don't know who he is at this point, you've touched far too much grass. Chris Chan is the premier lol cow, whose countless sins range from drawing shitty webcomics to, engaging in an act of coitus with his own mother. His name carries with it a level of infamy like no other among the terminally online. He even has a whole ass wiki of his own. And on that wiki is a page that details the decade and a half long war over whether he should be on Wikipedia or not. Apparently, in 2009, Chris Chan himself registered a Wikipedia account and wrote an extensive autobiography on his profile that basically served as a de facto Wikipedia page, which is an absolute no-no on the site. So he was soon banned. His only other contribution was adding his name to a list of notable individuals with autism, right next to Michelangelo. And this edit was removed due to conflict of interest. That same year, his trolls tried making a Wikipedia page for him on 4 separate occasions, but each time it was deleted by the moderators. Until finally they removed the ability to create a page under the Chris Chan name entirely, and the excommunications remained ever since. They didn't even stop there. Any mention of Chris Chan's name was scrubbed off the site. For example, on the page for Kiwi Farms, which is a forum that was specifically founded to troll him, he's simply referred to as a webcomic artist. Chris is the Voldemort of Wikipedia. But why? For one, the moderators have argued that Chris isn't notable enough. Which, like, come on. Videos chronicling his life have netted tens of millions of views. Mainstream news outlets have written countless articles about him. You're telling me this guy whose page I found through the random article generator is more high profile than Chris? He's undeniably notable enough, even if for all the wrong reasons. And listen, it doesn't seem like Wikipedia has a problem with documenting degeneracy. Another argument put forth is that it would be too much of a pain to deal with the flurry of trolls flooding in to make shitpost edits, but they could easily just lock the article, so that only those at the top of the Wikipedia food chain could edit it. Problem solved. I think the true answer is a combination of two things. For one, a long-standing grudge against Chris and his trolls for attempting to whip up shitty pages for him en masse back in the day. Which, to be fair, it was more reasonable to argue he wasn't notable enough at the time. The second reason is that the Wikipedian Jannies feel they are above the Encyclopedia Dramatica Kiwi Farms type shit, and that it would give the site a bad name to reward the cyberbullying campaign against the poor old motherfucking victim that is Chris. But if it's any consolidation for them, Chris actually wants his own page, calling it quote unquote royal levels of suck that he doesn't have one in 2020, which honestly is reason enough not to give him one. So I'm with the moderators. Whatever side makes Chris mauled the most. And let's be real, if they did grant him a page, it would probably be sanitized to shit. If you want to learn of the horror that is Chris Chan, the CWC Wiki and Gino's documentary are gonna be your best bet. So yeah, I'll end this with a boom.